Hey, Treasure fans, Joe Pal Big D back here again with another weekly news announcement, and this is for August 20, 2019. So those of you who are new to my channel, what I could do is talk about what's coming out on Blu-ray and DVD this week, what's coming out on Blu-ray and DVD next week, anything that was majorly announced, and at the end I kind of talk about what I did pick up new release-wise last week. So let's get started. So this week's kind of an okay week. There's a few titles coming out, but nothing major like last week when you had Avengers. But we do have the movie Brightburn coming out tomorrow. That's going to be on Blu-ray, DVD, and 4K. That's the movie about, that's the what if movie about, it kind of resembles like what if Superman had been evil. He came to Earth and turned evil. What would happen? I actually really enjoyed the movie. Matter of fact, I reviewed it a few months ago. I really enjoyed it. It's a good flick. It's fun. I highly recommend watching it. It's definitely a cool one. Also tomorrow we have Arrow. Let's see here. Arrow season 7 comes out tomorrow. There's only one season of that show left after this. Also tomorrow, Arrow Video is releasing the Al Pacino classic Cruising. We also have Walking Dead Season 9 coming out tomorrow. A little bummed about that one. Usually every time The Walking Dead comes out, I'm a big fan of the show. But usually every time that show comes out, there's either a steelbook or some sort of weird monstrosity thing that comes out with, big zombie on it. Or there's always some sort of special addition to it. This time there's nothing. It's just the Blu-ray and that is it. Also tomorrow we have The Hustle coming out, which is the remake of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Starring Rebel Wilson. Then we have American Gods Season 2 coming out tomorrow, along with a movie called The Brink. Also, we have Lego DC Batman Family Members. I know I told you a few weeks ago it was coming out. It was delayed for some reason at the last minute. It is officially coming out tomorrow, and if there is supposedly supposed to be a small buildable Batmobile in the box set. Also tomorrow, A Dog's Journey comes out then. And then we have Criterion's Magnificent Obsession and another Warner Archives releasing The Witches. Now, to be honest with you, that's only going to be available, the Warner Archives one is only going to be available either on the Warner Archives website or Amazon. The majority of these movies you should be able to find somewhere in town, with the exception of the Criterion, Barnes & Noble on that one, or Amazon or the Criterion website. Same thing with Al Pacino's Cruising, again, either on the Arrow website or on Amazon. Not so much at Barnes & Nobles anymore. I've noticed a lot of Barnes & Nobles, like you don't just find Arrow movies so much anymore, so probably not there. But that's what's coming out tomorrow. So as you can see, like, not a whole lot of major stuff. A couple smaller titles, after last week's, extravaganza of steelbooks. They kind of slowed it down a little bit here. So that's what's coming out tomorrow. Let's talk about what's coming out the last Tuesday of the month, which is the 27th. That one's a little bit bigger. It's also the day before my wife's birthday. Let's see here. Next week, we do have several 4K titles coming out. So we have Apocalypse Now coming out on 4K. We have Stand By Me coming out on 4K, which will both be really cool. Stand By Me is a great movie. I grew up on that movie. I really do like that movie. Not Joaquin Phoenix, but River Phoenix, rest in peace. Great actor. He really had a potential to really go far. Will Wheaton, just a great movie. Really good if you've never seen it. A really good coming-of-age movie. Also, the big title coming out for there's two big titles coming out next week. The first one is Godzilla, obviously King of Monsters, which will be coming out on 4K, Blu-ray, DVD, and there is a steelbook. Best Buy exclusive. Also, we have the original miniseries coming out next week. That is a Warner Archives. You can pre-order it on Amazon like I did, but that is coming out next week. Also, Rocket Man is the other big one coming out next week, and that's coming out on Blu-ray, DVD, 4K, and there is a steelbook in that one also. Best Buy exclusive. And then we also have The Flash Season 5 coming out next week, along with The Secret Lives of Pets 2. And that will be on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, and there is a steelbook on that one as well. I was quite surprised. The movie The Banana Splits comes out next week, which I really want to see this movie. I hear it's crazy as all get out, so I really want to see it. Just not sure who's going to carry it, but I really do want to see it. Then we have End of the Badlands Season 3 coming out. We have Sleepy Hollow steelbook. It's an FYE exclusive. So if you have an FYE around you, that's going to be a sweet pickup. Otherwise, it's going to be available only online. I don't have an FYE. I think the closest FYE to me now is about 3 hours away. And then we also have Vinegar Syndrome is releasing Hell Comes to Frogtown with the classic, amazing actor Roddy Piper. I almost said that wrong. Big fan of his when I was a kid. My dad loved the guy too. He was obviously a huge wrestler. And I actually do like the movie. I've seen it. I have a DVD version of it, or maybe it's a VHS. One of the two around here somewhere. But those do come out. And then also next week, Best Buy's going to have a string of new steelbooks available. They did this kind of last year too with those El Dia de los Muertos Day, where they had like Jeepers Creepers and Poltergeist and all those movies with those kind of Day of the Dead cover artwork on them. So they're not doing that this time. These are different covers. There's not like, there's no theme to them. They're just, you know, standard cover art. But they are going to be having another copy, a different version of Goonies coming out in Steelbook. The Exorcist, which should be quite cool. Friday the 13th, not the original movie, but the 2000s remake with Jared Padalecki from Supernatural. We have Beetlejuice, which is another reissue, but it's a different cover. This time it's kind of like, you know, that scene when he shows his face, he got all those like snakes like coming out of the back. You see from the back, it's kind of that picture in the front. Also Salem's Lot, which has been released before. It's a different cover. And the other one that I'm really excited about is Cat's Eye. I'm a big fan of Cat's Eye. Drew Barrymore, little munch guy that comes up stealing the breath away. Good movie. Really like it. James Wood trying to quit smoking. I mean, good stuff. So that's coming out in Steelbook also. So that is it for the next couple weeks. Now, let's discuss what's coming out on what was announced. There wasn't a whole lot announced, and this is probably because of the fact that a lot of schools started last week. I know in my area, the majority of schools started last week, so I think they kind of pulled back a little bit. But what they did announce is a few things. So Warner Archives has announced Young Sheldon Season 2, which is kind of a bummer because the first season of that show was out everywhere, and now it's an archive. So it's not going to be found on shelves. You're going to have to buy it off the Warner Archives website or get it from Amazon. And that's coming out, I believe, in September. They don't have a specific date yet. And the other one is Lethal Weapon Season 3. Again, the first two seasons were out to general releases. Now they're Warner archiving them. So unfortunately, again, you'll have to either get that off their site or from Amazon. The other ones that they'd announced, The Art of Self-Defense, which will be out October 15th. We have the new version of Shaft, the 2019 versions of Shaft, which I just watched recently. Unfortunately, I'm a big Samuel L. Jackson fan. Unfortunately, this movie tanked really bad in theaters. Matter of fact, it's listed as one of the 10 worst movies of the year so far. That will be coming out the 24th. It really bums me out because, I mean, come on, it's Samuel L. Jackson. That guy is awesome. So I'm still going to get a look at it because I do like the other Shaft movies. I love the original Shaft in the 70s. Those movies were awesome. Then also Shaft Factory is releasing Pop Star, the one with... oh, you know who I'm talking about. I've just forgot. He's the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Anyways, they're releasing a really cool cover art steelbook to it. It looks really cool. I probably won't get it just because it's Pop Star. It was a funny movie, but it wasn't like nowhere like my favorite. I already own it on Blu-ray, but that is coming out on the 12th of November. Then we have Light of My Life, which comes out later this year. And then Shout Factory is releasing they just announced two new titles. First off, Rock and Roll High School in steelbook form, coming out the 19th of November. And then this is the one I'm really excited about, The Nutty Professor. Now, not the original Jerry Lewis classic, but the Eddie Murphy ones. They're coming out in a 2-pack with the first and second and a Blu-ray special edition pack. Why I'm excited about that is they've never released Nutty Professor 2 on Blu-ray. It's only been available on DVD, and that's actually out of both of them, actually my favorite one. So I'm really stoked to finally be able to get both those movies in Blu-ray, and that will be coming out on the 12th of November. Then we have Yesterday, which is that movie about the what if nobody ever heard of the Beatles, with except for one person, and he becomes really famous because he starts doing those Beatles songs, which, again, I really wanted to see, and I'm excited. That will be out on the 24th of next month, September, and there's a 4K version of that coming out. And then one big title they did announce for last week, at least I consider it big, although I'm not really sure about it because sometimes remakes are just total garbage, and that is the new Child's Play. We'll be on the 24th of next month. I've heard good things about it. I talked to a couple people that said it was a lot better than they expected, but I don't know. Again, whenever they do a remake of a classic, a lot of times it just doesn't fly. It just seems really ridiculous, and they try to do things differently. So I don't know. This time it's not really a doll; it's a robot. So again, I don't even believe it's possessed this time. I believe it's just a bad robot. So not really sure, but I will check it out and I will do a review of it. And then the last one, this is just a rumor floating around, but it's I figured I'd kind of share it with you. I did hear rumors that it looks like Spider-Man Far From Home should be out sometime in October. Not set yet, but that's kind of what I've been reading around that say that it should be out. But then I'm sure there'll be a steelbook with that because there's always a steelbook with Marvel movies. So really looking forward to that. Saw it in theaters, loved it, thought it was really well done. So yeah, that's the announcements that are coming out. So that's what's coming out this week, next week, and what was announced. And now on to the next portion, which is what did I pick up last week? Now, as I showed you in last week's video, I got Avengers early. So I didn't really pick that up last week. So the only thing I really did last week was I did get Iron Man Steelbook. And you're asking, why just the Iron Man Steelbook? Because out of all 3 Iron Man movies, this is actually my favorite. I really do like this one. And this is what launched the whole MCU. You know, it really did. They did this movie, and after that, they never looked back again. So this movie kind of really it just kind of brings everything together, and this is what started it all off for me. So it just really felt like I wanted to get this in 4K, so it should look really, really cool. So I just felt the need to get this one. So I did pick up the first Iron Man. Otherwise, new release wise, now I did pick up a bunch of other stuff this week, which I'll be showing you in a video that'll be coming out later on in the week. All my pickups, I picked up several. But new release wise, again, there wasn't a whole lot. It was Avengers last week, so it was those Iron Man Steelbooks, the Thor Steelbooks, and it wasn't a whole lot of other stuff that I was really interested in. So that's what I got. So that is it. Keep it short this time. Thank you guys all for watching. Leave me some comments down below. Any of these movies that I've announced that are coming out or were announced or whatever like that, are you picking any of those up? Are you interested in any of those? Has anybody seen some of these movies? Like, I'm really curious. Like, did anybody see The Hustle? I like 30 Rotten Scoundrels. I just don't like this whole Hollywood thing of going back and redoing the movie again. It seems like this kind of the motif that's going on lately with this. It's kind of like, well, we ran out of ideas, so let's just go remake a bunch of stuff. So this happens every 20 years. All of a sudden, you start remaking a bunch of stuff again. Yeah, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. More times it's bad. So I don't know, but I know I probably won't see A Dog's Journey because I don't need to cry through a movie. Anytime I see a movie about dogs in distress, it drives me nuts. I don't like it. I don't want to see a dog. I don't want to see a cat. I don't want to see animals in distress, period. So I probably won't watch that movie. But any of these other ones that are coming out, let me know what your thoughts on, if you've seen them or not, if you're picking them up or not. I'd really like to start a conversation with you guys. Thank you guys all for watching. Click that like button down below if you liked the video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos by Big D. Also click that little bell button, that little bell button, and that will notify you when I do put up new videos. Again, thank you guys all for watching. You guys rock. I'm getting a bunch more subscribers. I am close to 200. I'm about ready to be as giddy as I don't know what. So if I get to 200, I'm going to do a massive contest. There'll be free movies. I don't know what else I'm going to do, but I'm shooting for 200. So please share this video out there, and hopefully I can get that 200 really soon, and then I will be doing some cool stuff. Again, thank you guys all for watching. Everybody take care out there. Be safe. Always keep hunting because you never know what you're going to find. That is the truth. And as always, live long and prosper. Bye. Hey, treasure and fans, pal Big D back here again with the week. That's all, folks.